All right, guys, we're out in the shop. We got the BK out here. We're doing some stuff on today. I'm kind of in the middle of waiting on parts for cars. So I figure what better time to mess with the BK. One thing about this truck over the years has really started to drive me crazy is the side exit exhaust on this thing. The fender dump was really cool. I really like it. But the older I get, the more I hate how loud that is. And it echoes inside this window here so bad that it's just, when you're in traffic, man, it's really obnoxious. And, you know, you really just kind of stand out to the police officers. So a while back, got some material. We're going to try and build a new downpipe, and we're going to try and run some aluminum exhaust out the back of the truck in hopes to tame it down a little bit, get the exhaust down closer to the ground so it's not up by my ear when it's banging in and out of the window there. I'm going to get to pulling the old pipe off. I'm going to kind of mock up some stuff, kind of show you what I'm thinking, and see what we can get whipped up on this old truck. All right, so I got it kind of jacked up in the air, and I kind of tacked together some pieces and stuff, and we're going to try and go down and underneath the frame and then out the back of the truck. Or I already had a hole here from back when the truck had the LSA blower, and I had the exhaust exit out here. I may end up trying to reuse that hole. I think I kind of like that better than going out the back, because if I go out the back, it's going to have to sit the fuel, or the exhaust is going to run right directly underneath the fuel tank. The back of the truck is pretty open, so you're just going to see a bunch of pipe coming out the back. And like I said, I mean, it looks like there's room, but there's very little room to put a 4-inch pipe and try and not get in contact with things. So I think what I'm going to try and do is, I think I'm going to try and whip something up to come out this hole here. The 4-inch is pretty massive, but I think it'll still look all right. And the truck sits so low, even though the 4-inch is going to hang out below that, the truck sits so low, you're not going to be able to see it. And I think it'll still be okay and not get into ground clearance issues. So anyways, that's just kind of a piece sitting underneath there. I'm going to try and figure out something here. So I got to raise the truck up, put it up on blocks, and try and get a better view on kind of where we're going with this. So we're still out here messing with the exhaust system on the BK. And for the last, I don't know how many years of me trying to do fab work on my own stuff, I've been using this little bandsaw, and then you can see this little belt sander thing back here too. Been using that. They've been really good tools. It's time to upgrade. And I was trying to cut this thick aluminum for the exhaust, and these little wimpy blades that are on these, like they kind of just take a direction of their own. So it's really hard to cut stainless or 11 gauge aluminum correctly and straight, because they just kind of go their own direction. And I'm tired of wasting material. I'm tired of things not fitting very well. I broke down and decided to get some new tools. And you know, we need them to grow, and we need them to be able to do better quality stuff. So I'm going to get them kind of out here in the open, and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so I'm moving some stuff out of the corner back here, my little fab area corner. I've got to clean all this mess up. I've got a couple different tools back here. I'm going to try and reorganize this, because the new tools we have are going to probably take up more space. So I'm just going to clean up some of this mess I've got back here. I've got my engine spare parts, cylinder head. Yeah, I got that mess there. I've got a couple old Honda engine blocks, as you can see here. Just junk here that I don't need anymore. So I'm going to clean this area up, and then we'll try and lay out kind of how I want to set up this little area back here, and see if we can make it a little bit more functional.
Yeah, I'm nervous in the the surface I look fine. My brain feels heavy, my traumatized mind. And I'm so tired, I can't feel my eyes. Whoa, whoa. I'm petty, but I know how to lie. I feel feelings that I can't describe. I'm not breathing, but I'm still alive. Whoa, whoa.
All right. Ouch. I just smoked my back on this fan right there. Ouch. As you saw there, we got our new belt sander set up. And just for frame of reference, you can see how big that one is compared to my hat. Let's check out this other guy. Speaking of hats, you can get on the website and order these nice units here. And go and get yourself some merch. And then, as you can tell, this one's pretty small. That's what she said. Yeah, so we got that one put together. And that one's going to be really nice for trying to square up tubing, you know, and such. So that'll be nice. And if we need to like sand down anything small. But yeah, can't wait to use that. Hopefully it works decent. Should. Keyword should. Now I'm going to move some of this junk in this corner out of my way so I can drag the big box in here next. So let's drag the big boy over here and try and get this thing opened up. So we got old and busted here, sitting off the side. And then we got big boy new hotness. And as you can tell, I already cut a piece of pipe. I had this 4-inch aluminum that we're cutting for the boost knuckle. And it's 11 gauge. And I don't know if you can see that, but this side here is the side I cut with that. And this is the side I was trying to cut with my little cutter. And you can tell she is not flat. But this other side is pretty damn straight. So, and it cut this thick stuff. I mean, cut it like butter. Cut it like butter. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. This is, man, guys, I've been needing to upgrade this thing for a long time. Long time. But now that I've got everything in total disarray in my shop here, I'm going to do some cleanup. I've got some stuff I need to put up in storage. And then this thing and the other little belt sander, I'm probably going to clean up, set aside, and probably sell for pennies on the dollar or give away to a friend of mine that wants to, you know, do stuff at home. And then I've got boxes and stuff I need to throw away. So anyways, I'm going to get some stuff cleaned up, and then we're going to get back on trying to finish out this exhaust. One thing we are not going to be able to do, or I'm not going to have time to do, is make hangers for the exhaust pipe yet. But I do just want to go ahead and get all the piping and stuff ran. We got this all extended so it doesn't hit the frame rail anymore. So now I need to connect this piece to some pie cuts and out this 45 right here. So I'm going to get underneath the truck, or well, I'm going to clean up mess first. And then we're going to cut some pie cuts and see if we can get this mocked up and make something happen here. All right, so we got it all kind of whipped up. We don't have any hangers or nothing on it yet, but it's pretty much just straight. And then we did some pies to try and get it to come down under the frame a little bit there, and out the bottom of this bed's running board where the old exhaust used to be. I've still got to make some mounts for the running boards. I've never done that. So the running boards are kind of flimsy, and then turn the back fenders kind of flimsy. And then we've still got to make a couple exhaust hangers. I'll probably put one back here kind of on the bend, and then one midway up, maybe about the trans mount. If for some reason, which you can tell it kind of slopes down, but I kind of needed to do that to get it up underneath the frame and clear all that and make sure it wasn't going to hit anything. You can tell the running board sits lower than the frame rail there, so I had to kind of get down underneath of it. But yeah, this 11 gauge aluminum is kind of hard to weld with my little bitty welder, but it did the job. So let's fire this thing up. I don't know if I should take it down off the jack stands. It's going to sound better on the ground inside the truck than it is with it jacked up in the air, and it's going to be echoing through everything. So I might let it down off the jacks and start it up and back it outside. So let's get these off the jack stands here. All right, guys, so we got the exhaust, I mean, most of the way done. We still got to finish trimming up this running board here and then make some hangers, whatnot. And then I've got to fix this hole and then make the wastegate dump tube dump on the ground. But we got her all whipped up and lock to lock, it clears the tire and everything. And one thing before, where the old exhaust used to be, when you'd hit a hard enough bump, the tire would come up and actually hit the bottom of the pipe. So now this one won't do that, but this one does get really close to that control arm. You can see I kind of grinded on that control arm there. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. And then I've actually got tubular arms I'm going to put on this thing at some point. But I also did notice that with the street wheels on it, if I go full lock to lock, it does just barely catch the corner of the bumper. So I have to be, or corner of the downpipe. So I have to be careful, you know, driving and doing that kind of stuff. But overall, it's pretty good. So let's hop in this thing and start it up, show you what it sounds like. Well, as you saw there, sounds pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. Definitely should make things a little bit easier whenever you're out driving it around and you don't have exhaust coming in the window. And, you know, here to here is a lot closer than here to here. And then this being behind you, it'll hopefully get the noise out behind you when you're driving down the road. But just trying to make it a little bit more drivable. Like I said, if I had people with me and I was out trying to drive it with this fender exit, you just couldn't hear anything. And you had to scream and yell at each other. So hopefully this will help, and then we may end up putting a muffler in it and making it to where we can remove a straight section and put a muffler in it for street driving, and then whenever I go racing, I can pull it out and then put a straight piece back in it and all that, just to make it a little bit more streetable. So try and get just trying to put some miles on this girl. We do a lot of driving with it over the year, and this will definitely help make it a little bit more tolerable. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Huge upgrade for the BK. Super pumped about it. Something that's been needing to happen for a long time. It's been needing to get some exhaust built for it for a very long time, because the fender dump was kind of it was cool, but it was short-lived in how cool it was, and I just pretty well got tired of it. So anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep following along, comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.